Hello everybody, Glitch Reaper here. Again, otherwise known as the original card game for the win. And we were actually back to having Friday night magic at home. Yeah, so I didn't discontinue that. But the thing is, there was in fact kind of a bug fix thing they had to do for. They had to patch the game because apparently some of the things that were happening before were not supposed to be. So yeah, there was that. Now, here we got a special event that's not really so much a special rules event per se, and I was just not going to be able to time being able to do the big thing with MrBeast actually showing up. But it's nice to know that he's interested in Magic the Gathering. I don't know if he's a big fan, but it's one of those cool things that this kind of reminds me of something that happened a while back with someone who is a celebrity that's a big fan of the game, and that was Danny Trejo. And there was also somebody else that was involved in that event too, and that was interesting. But they like rethemed the battlefield and everything. Well, not the battlefield. They rethemed the avatars so that you were always uh, uh, whichever side you were on, you were automatically playing as Danny Trejo, and your opponent would always be the other guy. I don't know if they're going to do that with MrBeast. I haven't entered this event yet, as you can see here. As usual for a Friday Night Magic at Home event, uh, you'll be able to get up to 2 rares. In this event, they're using specified decks. Now, I gotta say something about these event decks. Now, they may be themed after the ones that you may have obtained just by, having the game. And they update that usually about every rotation. But thing is, these particular decks are actually modifications of the previous ones. Like these are event decks. They won't have their cards in your collection if and things like that. So if you're a new player, this is great because there's no buy-in cost or anything. But on the other hand, some of these have things that you'd think you'd want in your collection and would normally be, and they are these decks are named like after the ones that, as I said, you'd get just for having the game. That's where I was going with that. But the other thing I was going to have to say is they also include some cards that weren't included with those original decks. I don't know if that shows up here very well, but we'll see. Because this is the one I'm probably going to go with because it seems to fit my current quests. And I'll probably, do other quests off camera if it doesn't go through all in this one run. But we'll see about that. But I gotta kind of show one thing specific with one of these. The Stomp deck, this one of these event decks, it includes Rata, Heart of Keld, and that's not actually included in the Stomp deck that you get just for having the game. So there's that little indication that there's a bit of a modification here. So yeah, now I will be going with this life skills version for multiple reasons. I'm actually familiar with pretty much all these cards because I've got pretty much all these cards. I have a slightly beefed up version of this deck that I did for doing standard events, and that being the one that you get with the default game. I can kind of show that a bit here because I just kind of modified it a bit and got a few extra things in here. A lot of it you could see was already there, but yeah, these event decks aren't going to be including God cards. Baneslayer Angel, yes, that was there, but I can certainly say that doesn't include Eradicator Valkyrie by default. I definitely put that one in on my version I'm using for some standard stuff. So it's just kind of showing off that, yeah, you can modify these decks. You can, but I mean the ones that you actually get in the normal part of the game. I'm not talking about event decks. Event decks are as they are. That's the big thing with them, is they are just as they are. Now I'm going to actually begin the process here, and I'm going to go with life skills for a while. I might switch out partway through, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Again, these are event decks. Each one is basically just completely set as to what it's got, but you don't have to collect the cards either, so again, great for beginners to the game. Death's Hash. There's an interesting name. Okay, just making sure I had a... Yeah, that'll work. Okay, yeah, I can go with this as a starting hand. Ah, interesting. Because this is a specific type of event, you get a free mulligan. I see we both have pets. Lifelink, please. Okay, they got a Rowan Games going there. Waiting for it. Oh, they smacked that one down pretty quickly. Okay, they're getting roasty. Tell which deck they went for. Well, in that case. Ding! It's back. It's the thing about Silver Smoke Ghoul. He can be revived just by gaining life. Okay, they went large with that one. I'll attack for now. Veto, thank you for helping me out. Okay, we have a large Manticore. A very large giant, too. Okay. kinda has been. But I'd say it's nowhere near done yet. Come on. Yep, this is just to get the life gain and life drain going. And yeah, because how it has it phrased, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life that turn, that means if you give it lifelink, it can complement itself. So, yeah. I know they got some cards that can help them out there, so just gonna let that go through. Not risk a veto suddenly getting slammed by a pump. Yep, that's why. The Almighty Brushwag, but they don't have the mana to use its special ability. See, close, but not quite. Rimrock Knight can't block. Do you see the issue with this? See, now I'm saying good game, because I can officially... Oh wait, I did the wrong thing. That was an oops on my part. But I can still do that. I clicked the wrong thing, but still got through. That's fine. Okay, let's see what one I got here. The Voracious Great Shark. I've collected a lot of Ikoria, so it would be very surprising if I got a first on that. Yeah. And I'm gonna go another round that way. Thing is that they've also corrected that whole not showing first thing. So that's one of the bugs they fixed. There's also this thing about a promotional code that they did that can give you an instant 2 levels of mastery, because it's not really so much promotional. It's treated like one, like you can enter it in the store to get something, but in this case, it's for like 2,000 experience, and the reason why is simply because they had all those glitches happen and affect a lot of people, so it was basically to give you a slight boost for it, like making it confusing, sealing things away, some things not counting when they should have. So in fact, there was like a lot of other things that were issues that they were having, so they had a good reason to be a bit more cautious of that. It's like, you know, we had a slight error here. So, here you go. Have a little extra experience. The code is restorative burst as, you know, like a continuous, as a continuous, almost like a word, but not exactly. Because it's basically restorative burst with the R and the B capitalized, and as if it were one word. So there's that. And it was, again, like 2,000 experience, which is not unsubstantial, of course. But yeah, I was affected too. Like pretty much everybody was. So that was a nice thing for them going. Like, if it was slowing down your experience, here have a code that gives you a little a bit that's probably about what you lost. Because the thing is, the glitches didn't last long. It's just that whenever I did that video before with them, it just happened to be that timing. So yeah, that just kind of did its own thing. Okay, they have that one there too. Fair enough. Can't clack bridge right now. Hello, how you doing? But I will be able to clack bridge soon. Yeah, I can't activate. We deactivated each other's ghouls. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Okay, I'm not just trolling. I'm majorly trolling with an actual major troll. That's what Clackbridge Troll does. It's a true troll. I mean, this thing is massive, and it's very annoying. So it's like, yeah. And we're playing basically the same deck, because it is the same deck. I mean, again, these are event decks, so they're kind of a little specific, but that's okay. It's nice to have one of these, like, easygoers once in a while. And it's these kind of things that I'm saying is nice to have around for new players. So we'll see how this goes. Will it be 2 in a row or not? It's hard to say. Again, we have the hummingbird and the flower, which is nice. Oh, they have the taverns when they're out, which is basically mainly there to be, well, I mean, it's mainly just going to be... Do I want to do this? Yeah, I do. So now you have even more reason to be concerned. So now it has lifelink. This time I'm going for Death Touch. Yeah, the Tavern Swindler is mainly there to just be a blocker for a time, because that ability just, I mean, there's a chance it triggers this one's ability because of the possible life gain, but overall, you're probably going to lose or at the most even out. Yep, there's the other one. They did not gain. You see my point? And it also taps to do that, so it can't really help you block that time. I mean, they might as well just sacrifice it so that it holds this thing off another round. Hello, thank you. I have this one here to help out. And why not just go all out? I'll take down at least something. Now they did sack their Silver Smote Ghoul, so there is the fact that if they gain enough life, they'll get that trigger. In fact, if they get that ability to actually pay out for them, they'll actually trigger both of these and that. So they'll have that back on the battlefield. And because both of these will trigger, it'll be like 6 points of life lost. If they get it to work out for them. Well, now they can attack for both and get that to work out regardless. But then they have to worry about my troll running them over if they stop sacrificing. See, now they got it to trigger for them. But they're also running low on creatures. I think they realized they were too low on creatures and would get ran over by the troll. So, yeah. I don't blame them for the sudden surrender. That was definitely a I realize I'm screwed type situation. And let's see what this rare one is here. Delete's Intervention. I have this one, and I have this very usefully in my Divine Wrath deck, which is mostly gods. And the reason why is, I mean, this one gives you a really cool thing to do. For generic cost of X plus 2 green, you get to be able to choose two things. You can either use it to deal twice X damage to each creature with flying, so you can clear out the flyers. Or, and the first one's actually much more interesting and much more useful in trying to play a divine deck. Search your library for up to X land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. The thing is, that's land cards, period. It does not say basic lands. It doesn't say specifically a subtype of land like forest. It says X lands. So if you've got a land with a really good ability, like, oh, say, the World Tree, which allows you to, if you have enough land power overall, or at least enough mana, that's of pretty much basically 2 mana of each color and then a bit. Well, basically 2 mana of each color. Then you can also sack the World Tree and pull out every god in your deck. Literally. Onto the battlefield. No other things required, just there they are. Well, you have to search through your deck for them, so you're going to do a lot of clicking. But the thing is, because this says X lands, not something specific, that means you can use a non-basic land of no specific type, like the World Tree. And additionally, if you've got a fair amount of other lands, you can pull enough extra lands in to help power the World Tree. And because it sucks up a lot of mana when it does that. Again, that's 2 mana of each color, so... Well, basically what I'm saying here is this is something that I don't mind having an extra copy of. I already use it. And it is definitely a good one to use in that situation. So again, building a god deck, this would help you pull the World Tree. And just right out going, okay, I got my World Tree in my hand now, thank you. So, yeah. There's that. But yeah, that was a quick event. So, why does it not have that check marked when it has the other one check marked? I mean, I just got this card. I don't know what has it that way. one more round just for kicks. I think one more. Cameron MTG. Okay. I would actually have to take the free mulligan this time. Because I have, ironically, too much black right now. I know it's what's been winning the rounds, but it's just too much black. Yeah, that's much better. I mean, sure, I'm going to have that one just stand in there and take a hit or two, but eh. Okay, little flower, time to bloom again. Resolute Rider is actually pretty cool. It's one of those that's like, okay, you got a really cool knight. Because you can have it gain lifelink until end of turn, or gain indestructible, or both, if you got enough mana to go that all out. And I've drawn the Baneslayer Angel. That could be interesting. So will I get enough... Hello. Will I get enough mana to cast it? Because I've got 4 lands overall right now, 1 in my hand, and 3 on the battlefield. Okay, that kind of happened. But here's the thing here. I can also use this to just trigger the Griffin area and get myself an extra Griffin. So yeah, and of course drain some more life that way. So yeah, that works out pretty well. And yeah, you do have more than one copy of that in this deck, so there's the thing. Okay, we both have both copies. Seriously? Seriously? I mean, you gotta admit that's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. So you can go indestructible if they want it to, so I do have enough mana for that right now. They need 3 black and or white mana to do that. Okay, now I've given it a lifelink counter on it. And a lot more. But at the same time, I mean, face fetters. I just know how to play this style better, admittedly, because I've played black and white many times, so I'm a veteran of this play style. So yeah, I know how to play black and white. Okay, now it has it checked. That was weird. That was weird. It gave me the card, but didn't check it. Now, I didn't get a card because I'd already won both, but it finally checked it off. So it's like, okay. So there's still a few bugs in the game, admittedly. I mean, when you throw in some of these events, they don't always necessarily come bug-free, so that's a thing. I'm probably going to play this event off-screen for a while just to pile up the quest progress. But then again, maybe not. I might just keep playing it this way. I mean, do I want to be a gatekeeper? Not exactly. But at the same time, it is fun to play this style, and I've made a ton of progress on my quest, so why not? So let's just go all out, because that was just so fast. Okay, let's see here. The Griffin area, nice. Okay. We got ourselves a run. We have the Kaldheim area with no particular interactables that I'm aware of other than just making Snowpoof better. The Bucketeer. Wonder if they've played a lot of Minecraft too, like I have. Because it's like, yeah, you're on Bucket Squad, man. So, yeah, I understand that. Don't know if they Minecraft or not. Probably do. But it's still, I mean, the Bucketeer. And there's no rocket involved, but, you know. Hi. I know my first creature is a legend. That sometimes happens with me. In fact, probably more often than you would expect. That said, I happen to know that some of these event decks do have things that can take down Veto very quickly. I mean, he only has 3 points of toughness. I mean, it's not bad for a modern-day legend, but it's not really big compared to some old-school ones. And certainly not compared with most things in Ikoria. Oh my gosh. And that is modern in Minecraft at this time, is Ikoria. Ikoria is just like that. Let's just get back to humongous creatures. I will take -6 -x. We'll set the value being 3. I will, actually, let me back that up. You only need to do it for 2. Oh yeah, I did need to do it for 3 for the Griffin area. That was right. But that's okay, I can use Revitalize. Then afterwards, the Anointed Choristrol will be able to handle it with its power-up, so... Or they could Scorching Dragonfire. Can still Revitalize, though, because it's nice to have some Griffins. Ah, the milling deck. That's right. now I can get myself a Griffin. Goodbye, merfolk that's acting like a wall. But yeah, this deck, like most of these event decks, like event decks in general, usually play with a higher land ratio than I usually play with. Although that said, I have some decks that have insanely high land ratio for various reasons. I mean, you kind of got to play that way when you're doing a true multicolor deck. So, yeah, there's that. But because of that, the thing on one of my quests of playing a lot of lands is actually a lot easier doing the events like this. So if you're new to the game and you got early quests and they just happen to include one, then that's one way to do it. You should just play tons of lands on like default decks, because again they tend to run a little high. I now declare you a pie. It's a very magical pie. It was made from a merfolk wizard, so, pie. They are anticipating. It's always interesting when a card is exactly what it helps you to do. They have the Scorching Dragonfire, though, so something might get toasted. Are they going to roast my Chorister? Because that would probably be their biggest move. I will have that pie now, thank you. Oh, come on. Let me eat my pie. I had to do some complicated spellcraft for this pie. Well, they did take that one out. But that wasn't the point of that. Of course, sometimes drawing their fire literally is particularly beneficial. I mean, that card would have really withered their health down pretty quickly. Especially with this deck and its tremendous amount of life gain. Who's that card that did that? Oh, yeah, that's right. That one had to be exiled, so... Experimental Overload. Okay, let me see here. Do they have something that can take it out before this activates, though? Well, they did, actually, but did not the way I thought they were going to do. Oh, that thing's nasty. Okay. Spell Eater Wolverine. Of course, I've got Flight. And this time they weren't able to do anything about this one before I got the ability to trigger. So, yeah. Boon of the Wish Giver. Okay. That's always a huge draw card. Okay, I will actually let you take out my extra one of these. But yeah, this is just a great enchantment. Oh gosh. Just the supply of like just the troops of griffins you're supplied with is just insane if you're playing a decent life gain. And yeah, like it's a white card, so it's probably going to be included with decent life gain. That said, of course, doing some other types of themes, maybe, maybe not, but you know. Usually speaking, probably. Hey, now it's a 6/6 weird. Okay. They got the shock, but they have no mana to use it. Because this only provides colorless mana. They need a red. Oh gosh. I think they miscalculated. Good game, though. Good game. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you the kill. Because I know how quests are. I know how quests are. Sometimes you just need to go for it. So I'll go ahead and give you that too. So go ahead and block the Anointed Chorister. You know you want to. But yeah, I'll give you that kill. Although, admittedly, if it happens in the last round where things are determined, sometimes it doesn't count quest progress. And that's like a long-term glitch in the game, that it doesn't track actively. Although you can sometimes maybe use View Battlefield and hold on for a little while to see if it'll track. But I'm not entirely sure if even that really works. but it's like something about like the last few seconds of it, it doesn't record quite right. Okay, how was that? Oh yeah, that was a good chunk of progress on everything. And I do have the ability to get a random card just for my winnings for the day. Something I'm not sure how often I've actually demonstrated, but there's that. Oh, that's going to get more progress into that than I first realized. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I've been enjoying playing this particular deck, so... I mean, it's one of my styles I have as a recurring thing, so yeah. Oh, he's got the Killian avatar. Okay. Still haven't been able to play the Baneslayer yet. I'll hold on to those for a moment. Hello. Okay. Have riddle form. If I wanted to get rid of that thing, I'd have to definitely provoke it. I don't have enough land right now to take it out. I need one more at least. And yeah, that's what it does. Every time you cast a non-creature spell, this enchantment becomes an enchantment creature. It's basically a Sphinx. And it's 3/3 with flying, so it might do a little damage over time. They cycled Boon of the Wishgiver. Okay. I mean, it is completely fair. Still not enough to take it out. Yet. Oh, an interesting thought. Cycling does not count as a spell. Even if it's attached to a card that is a spell, it does not count as a spell. It's just a quick action. Like it can be done with the speed of an instant, but it's not actually any kind of spell or anything. It's just something you can do. And you can't counter someone doing cycling. Stormwing entity. Okay. This is not just the riddle form I need to take out now. Actually, this will do nicely for that. I figured. Yeah, that one does have prowess, so I'm definitely gonna have to snipe it completely. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna revitalize it now. Oh, I can play the Baneslayer soon. Sweet. I mean, it really is sweet. I'm just gonna go for it. Baneslayer Angel. Nice. It even has a decent presentation. I mean, sure, it's big, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna use that. Yeah, that was a good combo. Yeah, they can leave themselves wide open. Unless they can cast something quickly. Oh, they got the flying shark. And one of those. But, that's not gonna be quite enough. That'll help them a bit. Oh, Brazen Borrower. Okay. Yeah, it would be one of the few things that could actually stop me there. Yeah, they got in a pretty good combo that round. They were very lucky. Congrats on the nice luck there. Because those two cards together were one of the few things that could stop that attack. At least out of the decks that we have access to. Because again, these are event decks. Okay, let's see the progress on those. I would like to finish them off if I can. Yeah, if I play 6 more lands and well, 9 more black spells could be a little while, but I'd like to get at least one of those quests off this way. Whoop. Click the wrong thing. Got a little click happy there. It happens sometimes. So let's see, will this let me pull off both? Maybe. Really has a good vibe there. The almighty brushwag. Tavern Swindler, you're literally there to take a hit. I don't have enough to face Fetters quite yet. This probably won't be a big win for me this round. That said, it's not like I'm going to be able to stop it anyhow. But if I can get Veto out, I might be able to get in a little bonus. See, that one can block, and I can get in a little extra life drain going here. Next step, Piify. I figured they was gonna do that. But all these are pretty fast paced. So yeah, it's been a bit crazy back and forth action here. Oh, they got Ruthas. Again, some of these avatars are because of how the mastery set's working in with Strixhaven. Hello again, Shadow Spear. I know you well. See, I think they're playing Mutation Station. So there might be a mutant or two, and now this is one of those tomes that they have as part of the mastery set. So the flying books. Yes, they're defining just about anything that can be a mascot as a pet. Here comes Mutation. See, Dasher Octopus is powered up. Special note. Octopi in real life, able to mutate quite well. So, very appropriate for the set there, MTG. Like, you knew exactly what you was doing. Insatiable Hemophage. Oh boy. That thing, that popped up quickly. And they eliminated that one. So I'm pretty much in a tight spot here. Said I still have some options. Didn't want to do it quite like this, but you really have to. Going into mutants has made this a pretty strong deck. At least they've gotten the better mutations out pretty quickly. And there goes the ghoul. See, I have... Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need to equip this up here. Ah, we have an oracle. Okay, you can either have a land or a couple of creatures. One which is going to take a good chunk of your mana, so go ahead and tap yourself out. Okay, Shore Shock's starting to pounce. Then again, maybe not. I thought they were going to mutate that. I guess they decided otherwise. Can kill the boot nipper at least. Can also obtain a pie. Do I wish to pie? Yeah, I wish to pie. Just a little revenge pie. Who says that it has to be served cold? This one's piping hot, just out of the oven. However, sadly, I will not be able to eat this piping hot pie. Okay, now how close am I in my quests? Because I could go a little bit longer doing it like this, because it is a special event. If I had just had the opportunity to be able to play one more card, because then I would have played the Resolute Rider and got that quest. So, yeah. That was very close. I could do better. There we go. I mean, kind of. Oh, and by the way, this battlefield is new with Strixhaven, but I don't think you can interact with any. You might get a little sound effect here and there, but nothing's really that interactable right now. So we'll get there. We'll get there. But just not yet. There's a nice calming music in this battlefield, though. Very magical, definitely. Ah! They rammed through my chorister. I mean, no, Speaker of the Heavens. Which was even more valuable than a chorister. Okay. Oh, kind of. Yeah, they kind of work, because that whole angel thing is just awesome. I'm totally going to have fairy pie in a moment here. I might be able to do a Baneslayer again. Sweet. I'd like to bake you into the pie. Yeah, fairy pie is nice. The witching well has arrived. What wishes do it grant? Mostly its own. Because it's a bewitched wishing well. Hence why it's the witching well. Does it witch you well? We don't know. Whatever mood it's in. It's a magical artifact. Stuff happens. Yes, they're unexpected, and they're fangs. I will eat that fairy pie. Aye, at this very magical school. Extremely magical school, yes. I'm joining Gryffindor. I know, wrong school. Thing is, Strixhaven is kind of like their thing on Harry Potter, but Magic the Gathering came first, actually. So I'm wondering, was Rowling interested in Magic the Gathering? Was she a Magic the Gathering fan? Because that would explain a few things. Kagla, you're great, but That has Death Touch. Mm-hmm. Oh dear. I really thought it was going to target the Baneslayer. Fair enough. And there goes the Griffin area, but the funny thing is, I have another one. Actually, I have even more, so let's make this just ridiculous for a moment here. Add them in their densely packed setup. Yeah, I know, when you attack, you'll eliminate it, but still. Basically gonna win next round anyhow. Unless they can very quickly take out this Indulgent Patrician. The Boot Nipper. You do realize that had... Yep, they seem to have forgotten it had Death Touch, and it was not the Angel. So, yeah. That happened. Sorry, I may have bumped the mic, but, yeah. For your information, Death Touch does apply whenever creatures fight, so, yeah. Mutually assured destruction. See, that's the thing. Do I want a Titan Pie? I mean, it's a big ape. Big ape, but also considered a Titan, so... Yeah, because I don't have quite the mana to make the pie and eat the pie in the same round. Hello, Beanstalk Giant. That was quite sudden. Yeah, they realized I still have reserve flyers, so yeah. Did it not trigger the thing? I'm pretty sure I got that card. Did it not give it to me right? Because that would be a little weird. Let me check something here. Okay. I think it gave me the card, but maybe I accidentally skipped the sequence, or it skipped the sequence? I'm not sure. But I know I got, earlier on, Voracious Great Shark. The, Neely's Intervention. So, therefore, if this is a new card, this is the one that I got last. So, yeah, that's interesting. So, it gave me the card without showing me, I believe. So, again, may still be a few bugs left in the system that they have to correct, but otherwise the game's doing great, and a lot of things are back in working order. That's always nice. So, I think I'll be logging off here in a moment, actually, and kind of leaving off on the screen here. Yeah, so I'll be logging off. Hope to hear from you all later, and goodbye, everybody, and remember, MTG forever.